Rahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. This is Mahmoud Sheikh, and in this video I'm going to show you how to repopulate your drop down values whenever you submit any form. Uh, Let me show you in this tutorial. Uh, Here I have one text box and one drop down menu with options as first, second, third and fourth. All these options are coming from the database. So what I will do is I will not enter anything on my text box, and I will just select any item, and when I click on save or submit button, it's displaying me the student name field is required. Okay, let me run this once again. Okay, if I choose this and if I click on, it's showing me the student name field is required, and at the same time the value that I had selected or I had chosen for my drop down is disappeared. So suppose you have created a form, a lengthy form where you have 2 to 3 drop down menus and multiple text boxes. At that time it will be very difficult for any for your users, if they didn't enter any text box value, and if they try to enter select any drop down value and they click on save, then immediately the drop down value gets disappeared. Instead of that, what it has to be is I'll show you the solution here. Okay, let me run this once again. Okay, instead of the previous output, it has to be like this. Okay, now I'm selecting the data drop down value, and I will not enter anything on this text box, and I will just click on save. See, now drop down value is repopulating again and displaying it in our drop down menu. Okay, the solution should be like this. Okay, so this kind of functionality will be very helpful when you have a big form, a large form where you have multiple drop downs and multiple text boxes. So it will be easier for your users to quickly fill out your forms, okay, without again and again selecting your drop down values. Okay, so in this video we will be going to discuss in on this issue. Okay, so I have this solution will be achieving using Codeigniter, PHP Codeigniter. I have PHP Codeigniter already downloaded, and I have kept it here on my desktop. Here you can see I have downloaded Codeigniter 2.2.6, and I have kept this inside my XAMPP folder. Here inside my C drive, where I have XAMPP folder, and inside XAMPP I have a htdocs folder. Inside htdocs I have copied the Codeigniter folder with the name as tutorial. Okay, so now I have imported that folder inside my text editor, and here this is my folder with the name tutorial. Okay, I have already created a form. Okay, there you can see here I have created a form, and I have uses Codeigniter form helpers like form open, form input, form errors for displaying the errors, and here I have taken a drop down menu with option as option 1. These options are static now. I will be fetching these values from database. Okay, let me run this. See, here I have only one option. All the options inside drop down will be coming from the database. Here let's go to PHP myadmin. Okay, here I have created a database with the name called sample tuts, and inside this database I have created one table with the name of TBL standards. Okay, and inside TBL standards table I have 4 records. There you can see first standard, second standard, third standard and fourth standard. Okay, So now what I will be doing is I will be fetching the records from my TBL standards database, TBL standards table. So for that we should have before that we need to create this function. So whenever user clicks on the submit button, let's whenever the user clicks on the submit button, it should redirect it to repopulate dropdown function. Just let me just copy this, copy and go to our controller. Public function. Let me paste that function name and here. Yeah, let's try to echo some text. Say hello. Okay. Let's come to our page and if I click on submit, it's taking me to that function which is present inside my welcome controller, which is repopulate dropdown. Okay, so just before that I'll just create a model for interacting with my database. So right click on model, create on click on new file and save it as queries.php. Okay, now here we need to create a class with the name as queries, extends CI model. Okay, now let's create one function, public function get standards. Here in this function we'll be writing down a query, dollar query equals to dollar this db get, and here inside table name we have to mention tbl standards, and then we need to check whether the number of rows, whether the rows present in that table or not. If dollar query has number of rows num underscore rows greater than 0, if there are any rows present in that table called tbl standards, then return dollar query of results. Then now it will return us the results. Okay. So now our database query is completed, and now we need to go to our config folder, and inside config folder we need to look for our database file, and here we need to mention our database. Localhost is 127.0.0.1/username is root, and our database name is sample tuts. Okay. All this we have to done all this configuration inside our database. Okay, now now we need to come here and we need to load the model, this load model. And before that, one more thing I just wanted to tell you. Inside conf autoload folder, autoload file, we need to mention our libraries which we are using. Since we are interacting with the database, that's why we have used database libraries, and we are dealing with the validations also. That's why I have taken form validation library also. Here also we need to mention our helpers also, URL and form helpers. Okay? Without this, it will display you the errors. Model as queries, then dollar get standards equals to dollar this queries, and we need to call this function copy paste. Okay, and now we need to pass this to our welcome message view using array. Sorry. Copy and paste it here. Okay, now let's just before that try to print it out here whether we are getting any data or not. Print r and copy this, paste it here, and then exit. Okay, now it should return us these many results. Okay, unable to connect to your database server using the provided setting. Okay, 25. Okay, let's just check inside our database file. Okay, host name, username, password. Okay, I don't have any password. Cut. It was the database name actually. Save it and now refresh. Okay, unable to select specified database sample tuts. Okay. Okay. Get standards. Table standards. Okay, it's not returning anything. There might be some problem here. Okay. Save it. Okay. Delete and refresh. Okay, now I'm returning the data. Okay, let's come to here. Okay, copy and paste it here. Okay, now let's check. Okay, here you can see now I'm getting the data from the database, and what I'll do, I'll just comment this and come to our welcome message view. Here we need to display the values. Zing ESP if count of if count of this variable and if, and then PHP else for each PHP for each and for each. Okay. For each get standards as standards. Okay. Now to copy this, paste it here. Again copy this and write PHP echo of standard ID and copy this, paste it here and make it as standard name. Okay. Now let's check. Okay, now I'm getting the data from the database and displaying it in our drop down menu. Okay, now I need to make some validation. See, okay, it's going to repopulate dropdown. Okay. Let's come to welcome. Here just before that we need to go to our browser, type in 127.1 tutorial / user guide. Okay, here let's come to our Codeigniter user guide and go to form validation class and go to form. Okay, from here I need to copy this, copy and paste it here. Delete. Okay, I have pasted down the code here. Here you can see this is the code to set the rules for our standard name or our student name. Here I have given some validations as minimum length of, let's reduce this, that this text field value must be required, and I have set a value of minimum length of 3 and maximum length of 10, and then I'm taking the value of standard ID from the form, and based on the input I'm checking for validation success or validation failure. Okay, so let's go to our browser Okay, if I click on submit, it's showing me the student name field is required and standard field is required, and if I type in any value and click or try to click, it's showing me the standard field is required, let's say Raj, and if I click on this, showing me validation success. Okay, now I need to display, but our actual purpose is not yeah, not been yet met, so I'll just use this. Okay, if I click on submit, it should repopulate this value, okay, which is not doing right now. We have to write write a piece of code into our view file here. Okay, okay, now you can see I have changed my code. I have kept this one line here. I have added one more extra line, which is this PHP echo set select standard ID, standard of standard ID. Okay, so with this code I am actually regenerating or recalling or selecting the student ID, sorry, the selecting the standard ID which is submitted at the time of posting. Okay, here you can see, if now if I previously it was not showing, it was not repopulating the drop down item whenever I click on submit without entering this text box value. Now let's check it once again, fresh, and if I will not enter anything in this text box, and I'll just select second, and if I click on submit, now it's retaining or repopulating the drop down value. It's just because of this line. Okay, echo set select standard ID and standard of standard ID. Okay, now if I write some values here, and it will take me to the next page, which is validation success. Okay, so I hope you understood how you can repopulate the values of drop downs when you have a lengthier forms. Okay, this kind of functionality is very useful whenever you are having a large forms, big forms, where you have, yeah, multiple drop downs in your forms. Okay, it reduces the time taken by the users to fill your forms. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you enjoy this video, subscribe to my channel and click on like button. Okay, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.